Welcome back to Sports Talk Now, the go-to television show for everything sports. Before we get to the sports, it is necessary that I address the elephant in the room. Or rather, the elephant that was in the room and no longer will be. Because that elephant was a snake. Let's not mangle words here. I trusted Job Whelan with my life. And beyond that, I trusted him with the reputation of Sports Talk Now, the TV show, and my reputation, which he did not live up to by any means. In hindsight, I should have seen the ego bubbling beneath the surface. And I put that on me for not, because it was too late. For last episode, probably the worst episode we've ever done, he completely steamrolled it with his shenanigans and ego. It was an embarrassment, and I apologize to the viewer and everyone out there. So he will not be back. That should be clear now. Job, if you're out there, you are disgusting. You are a snake, and I hope it's warm in that hole that you've slithered back into. Fuck you. I'd like to welcome back to the show an old acquaintance of mine, one of the old hosts of the Sports Talk Now podcast, and he actually created the first Sports Talk Now podcast, Jack McKenna.
Hello, Mr. Pundit, or as I once called him, the Oracle, on one occasion. It's a pleasure to be back here with all of you, especially in this great new studio space. Now, we talked before about, I don't want to drag this out. I don't want to have to open up old wounds and rehash this. So let me just run through this quickly.
Very quickly, and we'll get to the sports.
The only way I can sum up what happened last year is there was a hole inside me that only a group of men could fill. Now, by that I mean I was in a very dark place mentally, physically, due to some extenuating circumstances that were no one's fault, except my own. And so I checked myself in to Dr. Chris Nangler's Responsibilities Retreat. Now, responsibilities is about accepting responsibility for your actions, but also honing our response abilities. See that?
Right.
How we respond to things. And so, all that is to say, I've done a lot of growing in this last year, and I'm going to say this one time and one time only. My mental health is better than it's ever been.
All right. Okay. And, I see that, and it seems like you're doing much better.
Much better.
You seem alert.
So why don't we hop in?
I guess so. I guess we're ready for Sports Talk Now, episode 3.
All right.
This episode of Sports Talk Now is brought to you by BetBall, the only sports betting app made by ballers for ballers. Sign up now and get $1,000 in free bets. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, hey, just download Caesar's Sportsbook.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was a great ad read.
Thank you.
You really adds this new studio space. You guys have really upgraded here.
Yeah, there's more budget. There's more sports, really.
Well, can I be honest with you?
Sure.
Well, let's start that clock. Should we start that clock?
Yes.
Can we start that clock, please?
Thank you.
They start the clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
The clock has started, and it's time for sports.
Well, I don't want to freak you out too much, but I've had quite the question on my mind since we last spoke. And if you don't mind me stepping back into my hostly duties,
I'll let this one slide.
do you
Slide.
into first base
Or second.
or third? Home plate, maybe best of all.
That's probably the best route.
But my question for you, something I've thought long and hard of, and I was afraid to reach out to you because of what happened last year, so I held my tongue on multiple occasions, but I think I'd like to know, and our audience would like to know, are sports supposed to be fun?
Now this is a question I'm asked a lot. Are they supposed to be fun, or is it just about competition? You know, because winning can be fun, losing not so much. I would say for the most part, sports can be fun, but they're not supposed to be. Because there's a lot of money on the line. We've talked about in the past, there are owners who put billions of dollars into their teams hoping that they win. And when they don't, that's you're going to see that see it in red.
And those owners, they get a bad name.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's always like, oh, the owners.
But they're trying their best. They're putting their money, their own good, hard-working money.
They're the ones with the financial investment in this team.
Exactly. And it's not fun for them when they lose. It is a business venture, and while you can sit on the couch and have a great time rooting on your favorite team, just keep in mind what they're going through. Something I wanted to bring up. I know you're trying to be the host now, but hey, buddy.
No, not so fast.
I'm still sort of the host too.
Okay.
I am the expert and the host. Sports timing. Sports timing is very important because...
Now, what do you mean by that?
Well,
what do you mean by sports timing?
Well, listen to me. Sports timing means a lot of things, but the one I'm talking about in particular is when they schedule the games. Right now is a big time for sports timing because we have the NBA playoffs, the hockey playoffs, baseball, and the MLB is happening too. And football is going to happen soon. So who decides this? Who decides that we have two playoffs?
Who does decide
Who
this?
does it? And
who does decide this critical question they're asking at home?
Yeah.
Who does?
It's the league. The league makes these decisions. Either the NBA, the basketball, NHL, hockey, NFL football, or MLB baseball. They make the decisions, and they don't talk to each other. The leagues rarely talk to each other. Yeah, and it's you'd think they would because they're sport. They're all the major sports of America, but they don't. And sometimes there's a big hockey game one night and there's a big basketball game, as we've known these weeks, and it's hard to choose. But they don't speak, and that's why it is the way it is.
I mean, I've seen you at your home base. You've got sort of a Buffalo Wild Wings thing going on in your home, so you can watch all the games.
Yeah, well, you have to.
Yeah.
If you're me.
So
that's it. That's how it is. That's sports timing, and sometimes the timing works out, and sometimes it doesn't. And it's a little thing we learn in sports, and a little thing we learn
in life. It's all about timing.
All right.
I will say no more.
Then you mustn't, because that is the buzzer beater.
Oh man, this is taking me back.
Yeah.
This is taking me back.
Well, it should, because we did this once, but an auditory version. So we're at the buzzer beater. Welcome back. We're gonna give our hot takes. And I know you're a bit rusty on this, so I'll do one first.
Thank you.
My buzzer beater. Sports timing. We've been talking a lot about that today. And I predict that the leagues are going to start talking to each other. And finally, we're going to get one day out of the year where every sport plays and every single team plays. And it may be a little difficult for you, the viewer, It's going to be hard for me, I'll tell you that, to choose. But it's going to be good. And it's better for sports this way because we all get it. It's going to be a holiday, actually. It's going to be, we'll call it National Sports Day. All right, Jackie, you have a buzzer beater?
Yeah, I think I got one you're going to like this week. I don't have it here yet, but I've ordered a little something for you. And my buzzer beater is announcing a new trophy in the world of sports that I think is going to be held in the same esteem as the Lombardi, as the Stanley Cup. It is the Sports Talk Now Sportsmanship Award. And the winner of this year's Sports Talk Now Sportsmanship Award is none other than this man here.
Stop it. I won it? I won the award?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
There's a trophy?
There's a trophy. It's coming.
Okay, well, I humbly accept the award, the Sports Talk Now Sportsmanship Award.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not every day you win a trophy, so it's a day you must relish. And I'm honored to win it. And this brightens my day. Well, Jackie, it's been wonderful having you back. I will definitely consider bringing you back. I'm glad you're better, of course, and glad we're getting back to the sports.
Yeah.
And I think this episode top last by miles. Okay. Thanks for watching. This has been Sports Talk Now.